this is a bad one. So we just got called for a pretty serious RV recovery. So I threw the Zacklift back on the Western Star here. I did have it hooked to the low bed because I just got back from Montana after picking up my Haglin. And yes, my Haglin does tow the track trailer just fine. So we threw the Zacklift back on, and we're teaming up with Puddle Jumper Towing out of Eugene, Springfield area. They're gonna bring in their big rotator. I'm gonna bring in the Zacklift, and we're gonna try to tag team this thing and get it back up on the road. I don't honestly know from the pictures what is even holding the thing in place there. It doesn't look like much. So this is one of those ones that we need to be rigged up, hooked on, and very sure that we have got it solidly and that we've got a plan to bring it all the way in before we even move it. Because I'm betting once we move that thing at all, there's no setting it back to re-rig and try again. So David just showed up. He took off my pickup. He's gonna do some traffic control with that. And then Puddle Jumper guys are bringing a few guys to help with rigging and some traffic control there. So we are ready to hit the road. The sun's going down, and this job is on the other side of the Cascades, about an hour and a half to 2 hours away. It's also about an hour and a half to 2 hours from Puddle Jumper's yard, so both of us should get there around the same time. But that means it's going to be another in the dark job, and I know how much everybody loves those. So yeah, get your flashlights out because we're doing this in the dark. So let's see what we're getting into. That is really not good. It's a long way down. Oh yeah. So he's talking about the slide starting to tip out of it. I don't think there's anything holding it other than the dirt. So it almost looks like about 50 feet down there, so it levels out, but it doesn't matter whether it's 5 feet or 50 feet. Yeah, slide's falling out. Okay, so nothing but dirt holding it up here. Oh man. That's a good question. Oh, it's a leaf spring and solid axle. That is good news. I was really hoping this wasn't one of the independent suspension A-arm ones, because those are not at all strong. Oh, it's not a full leaf though, it's only a half leaf in the airbag. But we got that big old beefy bracket right there we can try to tie into. This generator exhaust is going to be right in the way though. Let's look at the back. It is sitting hard on the ground all the way through. So, rotator back here, obviously, because this is the heavy end. I don't know if they're going to want to try to grab that rim and pull low over, and then reach over the top with some recovery straps to the one on the other side, because we can't get to the frame, and definitely don't want to go on that low side of it and try digging out to get to anything. Then I'm thinking my truck will be out here. Low pull on that front end, over and forward, so the rotator can try to get some stability to it and start to bring the back over, and I can bring that front straight sideways, but pulling from down low, so it's pulling it down, not over. You could damn near stand on that right there. It's so far over. I cannot believe it's sitting here.
It's like very close to being over.
I'm like, I don't want to touch it until we have straps hooked to it. Like, I cannot believe it's just sitting there. Because I saw these trees in the picture, and then all these little ones. I thought It didn't look like it was sitting against a big one with the roof, so I thought, oh, there must be a bunch of these little ones right there that are holding it, but there's nothing.
No, I don't know. It's like as close as it could have gotten.
Yeah, I cannot believe it's sitting there.
Tipping.
Is this what you thought you were going to be doing on a Sunday night?
No, not at all.
The propane tank sitting in the ground. Make sure it's not like knocked out of there. Hope that's still connected. It is, okay. But that is good to keep in mind that propane tank is hanging down below everything else if we try to drag it sideways. So we will want to come up with it on that side. Okay, so let's wait for the rotator to show up, and then we'll all come up with a plan together and see what the hell we're gonna do about this. Oh man, how's it going?
Not bad. How you doing?
Good. Casey.
Damon.
Nice to meet you. So what do you think?
The camera does it no justice.
No.
At all.
Nope.
We looked at the pictures that were sent to us, and we were like, oh yeah.
No, you could damn near walk on the side of it.
Oh yeah.
Like, I have no idea how it's sitting there.
I don't know.
I thought there had to be trees or something on the low side, but there's not.
Nothing.
It's just like the only thing holding it there is luck. So that what makes
a surprisingly very low center of gravity for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but
How wide of straps do you have?
a foot and a half,
Okay.
I think.
So you got much wider than I do.
Yeah, we've got some wide ones.
Yeah. Is there... And that wheel, I mean, you'd have to... Problem is, it'd be pulling towards the center, and that's right over that awning and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It'd help hold the slide back in, though.
Yeah.
That, or you try to get all of yours, like from right behind the slide.
Yeah. I think this
to that
berm is all it's holding it.
I think
if we go
so.
pulling on the back, I think the front would be fine.
Well, that's what I was thinking. If you were to get all of yours with those wide straps and two lines to the back wheel, and I grab the front down low right here,
Yeah.
then you're helping stabilize up on it, and I side pull
Joyce is here.
over on the front,
Okay.
which is going to pull that front end down,
Yeah.
and or at least hold it from coming this way.
Yeah, if you're low pulling, it'll keep it down.
Because maybe if you get two going up there off of that one to kind of spread across, you know, the structure of that thing, and then one low off the rim on that side, you might be able to pull up and then bring that back end over, and then I might be able to just slide this over, at least, you know, stop it for now from coming down. Once the back end's the part I'm so worried about. That's where all the weight is, and that's where nothing's holding it at the same time.
It's literally all held
Yeah.
by this right here.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's bad.
Yeah, this one's gonna be fun.
This is one of those ones that'd be so much easier if it had just went.
Yeah. Because then we wouldn't have to worry about caving it in.
Exactly. And it's about as far as it can go without going. It's like there's no getting to any chassis anything back here.
Yeah, no.
But maybe.
Ripping some kind of plastic.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the party.
Hey, it gets steeper right there. Just so you know.
Fun.
Oh, there's a culvert right here.
Oh, cool.
Hopefully that doesn't come into play. Where the heck? So the axle to it is way up here. See the front, that seam of that slide?
Yeah.
That's where the axle is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you're gonna be on those awnings, both of those awnings either way. Yeah, the axle's way up there. It's got a pretty good
flat ground there.
Yeah, where that culvert ends, it gets flat. Just make sure there's a path to run if this thing starts to go. There's a good bit of dirt on this side of the tire too. So we've got that going for us.
That's super cool. Oh, okay, yeah.
That's holding a lot more than I thought it was.
Still not much.
No, not much, but more than I thought it was.
Top of your slide's open.
Yeah. Yeah, the motors are on the bottom, so it's just trying to tip out of there.
So what do you think? Put your spreaders out 6-8 inches wider?
No, there's no way I can spreader bar this. I'll rip through the top of it. The way Casey just said, it's probably the best idea. We have those super, super wide straps, the recovery straps.
Yeah.
Just go from the wheel with a dog bone, or we can somehow get a blue infinite loop around that with a piece of cribbing to keep it away from that piece of body there a little bit, and then run the strap up and over the wide strap.
It might be just enough with that wide strap to stabilize and then use the low pull to try to scoot this thing over.
Yeah.
That way we're not putting any more pressure up there than we have to.
So are you going to do it like you thought? Do your back end first and then your front end?
Well, what we're going to do is I'm going to stabilize it from tipping, and then he's basically going to pull low to get it sucked up onto the road. Yeah, this should be interesting.
Yeah. Yes.
Fun stuff. How'd you get out of here? Sideways feet. Trust me, it works. Sometimes.
It's better.
Good.
So you thinking get your back end in here?
I think I could
And reach
put
up.
my truck right, almost. I could put it right here,
And then
run my landing legs out, and I could put right up over that.
then I'll get just in front of it with my back end and go to the bottom side right there.
Sounds good.
Okay. Let's see how this goes. if these help me with a little extra grip. Okay, this guy. I can't guarantee that generator exhaust is going to survive. I hope it does, but we'll see. Okay, let's see if this will get us. Don't like how that one sits in there. All my stuff from my road trip in here. I want to get where this is out from under the fiberglass. Yep, that's what I want. So we don't need this. So I'm going to leave my winches in pre-spool until we're all hooked up and ready to go, in case anything that happens while we're hooking up makes that go over. Bye-bye. So this thing has a pretty beefy frame, like truck frame, not super thin RV frame, and it comes all the way back to here. So you might be able to do a frame grab back here and not be reaching all the way up to that tire. And then you're pulling a lot more sideways than out, you know? Because that frame does come all the way back here to that hitch with that big truck frame C-channel. So you might be able to grab hook it right there. Well, that's the whole, you want to look at it and see what you think of grabbing right there? Yeah. Because it is the hitch bracket, I think, sleeved over the frame. You see the frame is there. And that's that big hitch bracket. It's double walled when you reach up under there. I don't know if you want to grab that or go up to the tire. Oh, I guess you can just look through there.
almost overbuilt.
I was kind of surprised when I looked under it at what it actually had.
Is this a, so, is this a Freightliner chassis?
I don't know.
Because it's got the Alliance stuff on it.
Maybe. Maybe that's why it was overheating, he said. He was pulling over because it was overheating. That's why he was pulling over. He just went like 50 feet too soon for that big turnout. But that's hanging off of the radiator.
Yeah, I mean, I'd assume that that's dumping oil as you're going down the road.
It looks like it's got pretty substantial chassis back here though.
Yeah. The hitch itself even looks strong.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised.
I could probably low line off just the hitch piece back here.
Back here?
Right here.
Especially to get this stable.
I could potentially.
Oh.
Where's Joyce?
You're almost thinking of,
What I could do is I could run a line out and put my boom like right here. So I'm at a
steep angle into here.
Yeah. And get down and just go
Here.
through the frame right here.
I think if we have a low line on it off your outriggers over to there, and then doing that too, that might work, and then we don't have to mess with it.
We don't have to do anything back here.
Yeah. Because anything that we do at the top is risky, and going to damage the awning. That's already broke. Since this
The door is missing anyways.
the door's missing and this piece is already broke, so it probably would be better to risk this than
The whole
the side of it. Yeah, and the awning. So I think going over the top, I think we will damage the awning, but that's better than it going over the side too. So
Yeah.
there's that. But you can kick your boom over far enough to, and short.
Way over here.
And do you have a drag winch, or are you going off of these for your low?
No, I don't have a drag. I just have to do
You got the cool fancy spot for it?
That's funny. It actually runs off of, so if you look, it goes off a block, off the turret right there.
Oh.
And then we got a shiv head that comes in here and it runs off of the auxiliaries.
So your drag winch is one of the auxiliaries?
Yeah.
Huh. That's why you just run it to a block down here instead, because why mess with all that up there when it's the same damn thing?
Yeah. No climbing involved.
Yeah. Because the bad thing about RVs is there is nothing good to hook to.
Yeah.
Like, nothing. This one actually has a much bigger frame than I expected. But that big frame was all the way down here. It'd be so easy to, we could grab 4 different places down there with 2 lines off of each trucks over here and just walk it like forward in this way. But those big side boxes hang down that far below the frame rail right next to it, so we would just be tearing those out of it, so that won't work. I can get it in there until it might be too low once it comes down, but we can always grab rims. Oh, there's nothing to grab here. See, I thought my remote was cool and all until this guy pulls this out. Gotta one-up me. It's your spinny boom and
An okay place to be to kind of want to get it on video.
yeah, you should be safe here. Just so we'll see though that line right there.
Yeah.
You don't ever want to be
Don't
in
wanna
line
be-
with a
yeah,
rope.
no.
So if you're over here, you'd be totally fine.
I've heard
Just-
stories about aircraft carriers.
Yep. I mean, those are synthetic lines, so they don't snap back, but we still use the same safety principles. Okay, we're both going to bring up some tension. Okay. All right, both are snug.
And up through here.
I was gonna throw this one on here, so that if this starts getting a bunch of dig-in resistance, I can pull from up there and scoop this while I'm pulling on that. So, but tiny holes.
Yeah.
This is kind of my just in case, because I'd rather have my just in case set up before I'm in the middle of this.
Yeah.
I was looking at it, thinking about it. Okay, your call.
I'm gonna start breaking on the back one a little bit.
Okay, I'm just gonna bring my rim sling one off the ground. And I'm gonna put some tension on my low line. You're bringing that front end down, so I'm gonna pull in some. So when rigging up the straps to the back, we knew that one of them was going to pull on the fuel filter and fuel filter housing and most likely crush it, damage it, rip it off, something like that. But that was kind of our best option and least damaging option of anything we could hook to on this thing. And also that spot was the best chance for success. So that was something we were just kind of willing to damage. And the puddle jumper crew was watching it the whole time. You see right here, she saw it starting to leak, so she stopped everything. And then while they handled that, I went over and checked out some of my rigging. Luckily, they had all kinds of spill containment stuff ready, so while I checked over my rigging, made a couple modifications, they pulled out their spill kit, put under it to keep any diesel from hitting the ground. Then we regrouped and started again. Do you have a key to that box, or is it in it?
Sorry, what?
Do you have a key to that front box, or is it in it?
It's inside.
Where's the ignition in there? Would I be able to reach it? So I just want to open that so that doesn't push up into it and crack it, you know?
Yeah. You can reach it on the other side of the.
Okay. Got it. Perfect. You just leave it open. That just gains me
It's
that
not
much
a
more.
very strong. Well, the angle. That's
Yeah.
because it's usually just pops.
Yeah, I just wanted to gain some room right here and not crack that edge for you.
All right. Yeah, I might come down.
A lot of people remember I said in the video, I don't need to use zip ties on my rim slings, even though it's a trick I well know about. Well, I very rarely have ever needed to, but if I need to, I would. These rims have tiny little holes in them, so I need to, so I am. Kind of want to put this together. I don't want to do anything while they're working. And I'm sliding on all that anyway.
So when I start going up and this side comes up and shift.
You want me to give a little?
Yeah.
If I pick up on my outrigger here, I might get the tires to bite instead. Try that. Yep, we're good. I was just catching up with the blue as you moved it loosened some, which is, if it's loosening, I'm really happy because that means it's coming this way.
Yeah.
I'm glad I opened that hatch door on the front, or I'd be dug into it by now. Because that one, I think, once you get on that good, and you can slack up on these, I can start, see if I bump over and keep just a little off of this one so that it's kind of following it down, but it's there. If anything, if it starts to slide, it's instantly got it. I think would be the way to go. If you're just slightly off of it so it can, and we'll just back and forth. If you want me to see if I can, yeah. Okay. I want to get a little off of that one so we're not fighting each other. Not much though. If it starts to go instantly. Oh yeah, I've got it once you're not on it. But I'm getting into the bottom of this thing there. I'm not super concerned about that because that's minor compared to this thing going over. Right. Exactly. But I'm wondering if you want to try. Can you roll forward? Yeah. Watch this one. That one doesn't. I mean, if the pivot goes forward. Oh, you're just gonna boom in and do the same thing. Okay. Get this boom all the way in, I could probably rotate this whole ass in the back way. Okay. Because if I do the same thing as slowly let out with that, it's easier for me to rotate. The front one, not the wheel. Hold my wheel where it is, but if I just, as you try to rotate, if I just bump out with that, you know, then we're not, same thing, not fighting each other. me to give you some? See if it, because we're pulling that wheel in now.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. I've still got the wheel, so.
Can you pull on that wheel?
Yep. See, since my low line is in front of the wheel, it's pivoting on the wheel. That's moving out as he comes over, so I have to let out some so that I'm not fighting and preventing him from rotating.
You want to pull now, Casey?
Yeah, let's see what it'll do. Let me know when you're
good.
Good? Yep. See, that's why I wanted to open that door. I said that's why I wanted to open that door.
Yeah, I see
That door sticks down 4 inches lower than that bottom bar there.
Yeah.
And I knew that was going to come up into
the door.
Yep, it would have cracked all that up. The door now is still good.
Okay, Casey, you're good.
Okay, you want me to go a little more?
Yeah.
Okay. There's the door. Hold on.
If you want to reposition your truck back over here further,
I think if you, well, we're good here. I can do that. Yeah, just get back over.
yeah. If
But I
you
think
wanna
that-
back.
I think
over.
I'll sit still just fine now that we're not holding the tail of it.
Yeah.
But I don't think we could have done what we did without holding the tail of it earlier. So I'm gonna put a strap on this first.
Damn, your bus bars are way cooler than mine.
I have NRC ones too.
Are they light? These ones?
Oh, way lighter than the NRC ones I have. Like I can pick up that mains receiver tube and carry it like a piece of wood over and slide it on. The NRC ones, it's a drag and lift and push and slide off the ground. Yeah.
Or a forklift and
Yeah.
hope it goes on straight.
So if you get a call for something you need wheel grids and no one else is in the yard, you're like, sorry, I'm busy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let off of it and then I'll reposition.
Okay.
Start with the
You
one.
should be good. I'm not tight, but I'm taut.
Okay.
Hey, watch out back there.
Brakes on this.
Should be air.
So we never verified.
Yeah.
And I don't want to let, now that it's up here, let me verify.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we just go in the door now. Hold on. There's even steps.
Is it air brake?
What's that?
Sorry, is it air brake? Or
Yes.
hydraulic? Oh, okay, perfect.
Released. Good now.
Oh, they are. Yeah, that's the funny thing about this red stuff. This sandy rock stuff, it just sucks. sideways.
Yeah, just move sideways.
It's so much nicer doing recoveries out here. There's no bump.
I know. It's like doing this in the middle of the night. Perfect time to do it.
See this down in Eugene or on 58. Get cars whizzing by you doing 110.
Yeah, no thanks.
Not paying attention. Ever.
Okay, I'm gonna reposition and just get over farther. There's a door there, and I put it there. I saw he asked if he could go in there to grab his flashlight. I said that's fine because I was doing this. I was working pretty good at pulling on that low and then just lifting to break the resistance. I don't want to lift too hard though, because then we'll push him back. So it actually worked out. Okay.
We can pull this thing all the way out to the lane of traffic. That way you don't.
Yeah. Well, I got wheel grips too. That makes it easier.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave those outriggers up and see if it just bites it on traction from the tires. Clear. I'm gonna pull this over. You good? Okay. Yeah. Just making sure. Okay, how far off everything are we? I might just be able to grab it right there and wheel it in. Are we clear of the soft edge? Or do you want to swing it over some more?
I can swing it over for you. I mean, I'd try good, but I could swing the ass over and I'll keep my truck right here.
If you want to go over just another foot, then we're for sure on the shoulder. Let me go up a second, watch that front and get it out either way if you need. Alright. Alright, it's yours. Do the same thing, just watch that front one and follow him around. Okay, I might do mine one more now that you did that. Okay. You ready? I think if I just pull this over just a hair, I'm good to grab the front wheels right there and I can pull it up into the turnout and we're off the road and Do our drive shaft and fun stuff there. I mean, I could grab it right there too. Okay. I think I'm good there. Good? You happy with it? All right. Yeah, I can grab it right there.
I'll keep my choke here so that way nobody comes over.
Yeah, okay. I'll pull that down and see if I can wheel grid it, and then we'll pull it out of here. That was nerve-wracking, David. Did you get nervous?
A little bit, yeah.
I think it's a really good thing I put these in here.
Yeah. They definitely helped.
Yeah. That made such a big difference as soon as I lifted that resistance off of this tire. This is one of those ones that when you're looking at it, you're like, how are we going to do this? Or like, there's no way we're going to do this. But lots of little slow movements. And lots of second guessing all your little slow movements. Big time. Definitely don't want to just, I'm going to start pulling. I was hoping they might give me some traction, but
I think they gave you anti-traction in the end.
they're more of like the poly plastic mud flaps than the old school rubber ones. Didn't really help. So we were already planning on towing this thing out of there due to the fact that it was low on oil pressure and therefore running hot, which is why he pulled over in the first place. But then add on the now leaking fuel filter housing, and it was definitely needed to be towed out of there, so I pulled up in front of it to get the wheel grids hooked up and get it ready to tow. back up like a foot. Sway bar's in the way. They're going to work, and that's going to be a wood splitter in about 2 seconds.
Is it pressure treated?
No.
Oh, this looks so much nicer.
I like that these are on the top, and you just drop the pins in instead of doing that in that little finger
Yeah, from
trap
the side.
mouse trap pin on the back side. I do wish the wheels were straight, but
I can crank them.
I tried. Well, actually, if I pick it back up like that, we can.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Okay.
But I tried. It was on the ground, and it was a no-go.
What's your head?
Yeah,
the stairs
steps
work.
still work after all that. How many yards of dirt do you think they plowed and they still work?
All of it? They need to go left, right?
Shut the door and pull the steps up. With the keys.
No.
I gotta open it. Shut it. More. Right there. Let off and see if it centers. So keep going more. Okay, let off. That's good. Don't open the door yet. Okay, you can get out.
I'm not fucking those.
Come on, that's the least sketchiest thing we've done tonight. And that's what you're worried about?
Yeah, this is big, okay? I fall hard. Things break when I fall. Does that got to fold up for you to come past it? Oh, look at
I
that.
pulled that knob out of the top so that it was fit.
Oh, those are gorgeous.
Hey, left-handed strap winch on the passenger side so you're not digging in through the bumpers trying to get the one over here for your winch bar.
I love how it's labeled too.
Yeah. And also these go any direction.
It's the simple things.
Not,
you know?
I never thought about how the ones only go one way.
Right.
So I got these that go any direction. So it's like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, the NRC ones, they only go one way.
Yeah. And on the side of the road when you're in a hurry and cluster,
Yeah.
you try, but it doesn't work. Hold that scoop. Compare that to NRC.
Oh my god.
Isn't that like massively
These
different?
things are like 50 pounds lighter.
Oh,
You remember the ones
compared
that I was showing you how to use at the yard?
to- Yeah.
Yeah, they were. You gotta be
3 times my
the
weight.
strongest man in the world to move. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
How come we don't have one of these?
Huh?
How come we don't have one of these?
Zacklift? I don't know. I want one.
I thought we had one of these little setups.
We have the bus bars, yeah. But we don't have a Zacklift with Zacklift bus bars.
see, and then since the pins drop in from the top, you can just put them there,
See how easy this is?
and then
Watch this.
and then wiggle till you get to your spot. Maybe.
Take a picture of it and send it to me.
There it is.
Like, this is what we need.
But like on the NRC, you're like looking, trying to line up the hole.
Oh yeah, 'cause you have that NRC flatbed too, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, he's got the big dumb bus grids too.
Oh yeah. I made a video the other day of them side by side, and like, here's why these ones are cool,
Yeah.
and these ones are not.
You'll have to go home and watch that video, man.
It's not up yet. Okay. I think the rim's got some dirt in it.
Only all of it.
Next row. I'll pull it over there onto the pavement and set it down and clamp them in. Do all the things.
All the fun things.
Yeah. Fun things like RV drive shafts.
Yeah. Well, if you need help with that thing,
You got a trainee, right?
yeah.
Now we're talking.
He got it. He knows he's under this.
Do not assume I know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm not doing that.
Just go for it, right?
I'm sure you don't want to see it go off the side a second time for the night. But on the good side, now we know how to pull it out. Yeah. We're going. We know exactly what we're doing.
I'd say there's some dust in that drum.
A little bit.
So this is where something really interesting happened. While I was getting the air hooked up and getting ready to pull the driveline out of it, they realized that the filter housing didn't actually break. The strap had just spun the filter partway off of it and put a little creases in it, causing it to leak. They were able to tighten the filter back up by hand, stop the leak completely. We're able to fire the RV back up, no leaks at all. And the customer had some oil. We helped him get it popped back off, which fixed that problem. And this thing was actually ready to drive.
Is it?
Slide is wedged open with a couple of cans of tuna. So we're using a fifth wheel puller to try to fish them out of it. Fifth wheel puller. A chicken bar.
So as you saw back in the beginning, the top of the slide had actually tipped out of the RV due to the extreme angle it was sitting at. And then a bunch of the stuff inside the RV had slid underneath it and jammed it in place. So between all 5 of us, we were able to get inside of there with the customer, lift the whole slide section up enough to pull everything out from under it, get it to settle back in place and work correctly again, which allowed it to be retracted fully, and this thing was totally good to drive down the road. So when we were done with that part, the puddle jumper crew loaded up and headed back towards their yard. That way we could cut the rotator bill short as quickly as we could, and then I stayed just to help the customer get back going again and make sure they were good to head out of here on their own with no other problems.
Okay, I think we fixed this thing. After all that, we fixed the slide, we fixed the fuel water separator and fuel filter that was leaking. We got it filled up with oil. So it doesn't actually, we think, need to be towed. So I'm going to set it down and see if he's good to go. And hopefully that we're sitting on this good pavement. Okay, Greg's got it good. So you notice I tighten these up by sliding that end forward and not this end. That is because this end, if that was sticking out, that fender well is so close to the back side, when I picked that, if that bar was sticking out, it hit the fender well, or the body of the thing. So. That is why I did that. This is the part where it won't drive now, like the transmission's audible, and I gotta hook back up to it. Dirt in the wheels, but come forward.
That was a terrible idea.
Don't do that.
definitely dirt in there. It's 3 in the morning, and this is what we're doing. Well, I think as far as our part goes, you're good to go.
Okay, they see paperwork.
So you've got their bill to pay for the rotator. On my end, no charge. The YouTube video is going to cover it. And no bill for my end in my truck.
You are awesome. Thank you.
No problem at all.
Awesome.
Happy to help out.
Okay.
I'm glad that you didn't go over, it didn't turn out way worse. And the fact that this thing's out and can drive away is that's a win enough for me. So
Can I get a link to the
you just do Cascade Heavy Rescue, the name of the company. It'll pull it
Uh-huh.
up. Or there's actually cards in the pickup that have it on there.
Take a picture?
Yeah.
Thank you again. And,
Glad it didn't turn out worse.
thanks.
Let's get out of here, David.
Yeah.
So it is the next day. All the trucks are back in the yards, and no, it's not the next day at all. Never mind. It is later today because we didn't get back here until almost 5 o'clock this morning. It was just about a 2-hour trip back to the yard for each truck from opposite directions. That thing could not have been more in the middle of nowhere. But everything went really good for what happened. That job was probably the closest to a rollover that didn't actually roll over that I've ever worked. This video is probably going to do absolutely no justice at all to what we were looking at in person there. We were all kind of in disbelief that it was even sitting there. So it was a very kind of sketchy job, a very risky job. There was a lot of risk in it for us as well as that RV. In all, we had well over $1 million worth of equipment there. We had 5 people, and it took a very long time. I don't know how long this video is going to be just yet because I haven't even started dealing with the editing stuff. That'll be later. But you're going to see a very small portion of what for me was a 9-hour round trip. I think the rotator is going to be a little bit under that because they left probably half hour, 45 minutes before I did, and they had about the same trip home. So it was a very, very big undertaking with a whole lot of equipment and a very, very risky job. And that rotator bill is not going to be cheap. They've got an expensive bill there. But that RV came out. It's drivable. It's ready to go down the road again. They were able to drive away and continue their trip, and they didn't lose their RV. So as expensive as that rotator bill is, it's a whole lot cheaper than that RV was. So on my end, like I said, they had a big enough bill to pay on the other end. On my end, I cannot thank you guys watching these videos enough for making it where I'm able to help out a little on my end like that. They had agreed to the price for both trucks, and in the end, I just knocked mine off of it. Thanks to you guys in these videos. So thank you for helping me help out other people like that. It is appreciated more than you ever know. Huge thank you to Puddle Jumper Towing and their crew for coming out, bringing in the rotator. This would not have happened without them there. So again, very much appreciated. And I think I might go back to bed again, and thought I'd get up this evening, maybe do some work and stuff, but I think it's back to bed. So Western started great. Zacklift performed amazingly up there, working alongside a rotator. I've been wanting to do that with it for a while, and finally got to. Very happy with the new wheel grids too. So overall, a very sketchy, very hairy job, but it went off very smoothly thanks to getting to work with a great crew who knew what they were doing. A whole bunch of good equipment involved, and we got the customer back on the road and on their way, and that is the best part right there. So I'm gonna go back to bed, I think. Come on, Rusty. Let's call it a day again, and we will see you guys next time.